Hello, it is 9 o'clock. It's Big G Video. I'm doing my Doodly live stream today. Now, today's episode is... Oh, let's make that a bit bigger. I didn't see that happening. Today's episode is making a top 5 video with Doodly. Now, Doodly isn't widely suited to this. There are better programs to make a top 5 video with, but you can use Doodly. And I'm probably going to split this into 2 parts, and I'm going to carry on next week and show you maybe how to do a bit more of a polished video, a top 5 listicle video with Doodly next week. So as you know, every 9 o'clock on a Saturday I do live streams. I've done quite a lot so far. You can check them out in the live stream playlist. Here we are in Doodly. So let's get into it. I'm going to do a top 5 video. So it's going to be one of those sort of countdown videos. So the first thing I want to do is I want to set up what's going to repeat. Now it's the intro that's going to repeat. So to be honest, first of all, we need a title. Now I'm going to do this top 5 Now I always call them softwares, and the spell check always tells me I'm wrong. Top 5 best whiteboard animation softwares. And that is my title, and that's going to be as big as it can be. And that's good. And that's that. So I now need another slide. Now this is going to be, just going to copy this to make my life easier. This is going to be our repeatable one. So we're going to have number X. So it's going to start off with number 5. So I want sort of a lower thirds. So I'm going to go to props, and I'm actually going to type lower. I've never looked for lower thirds. I get flower. Of course I do. No, so there's no lower thirds. So I guess I want a... I'm going to go for a line, because I know Doodly and I know what I want I won't get when it comes to this sort of thing. And I'm going to go for number as well. I might use that. That might be quite good. That's a bit old-fashioned. I don't know if all my audience will understand what a Rolodex is. Put a comment if you know what a Rolodex is. And number 5. So this is why Doodly's not going to be great. So you want something to for your lower third to go on. You want like a paint bit or a rectangle or something, and Doodly isn't going to be very good for this. And the other problem we have is I'll put a rectangle in, but it'll never be quite the size I want. So it will always... I can't change the proportions. I want something that's long, really. So this isn't suitable. So I'm going to get rid of this. This is going to go as well. And the one thing I don't like about Doodly is, and this is a really good example, as you make things longer, they get thicker. So that gets too thick. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste it. So we'll do our thing this way, and we'll put this. Yeah, that's quite good, right? So you know what? Change our minds. Let's put this over here. Let's make this a bit bigger. Here we go. So we're going to draw our 2 lines first. Absolutely know where they're going to be 3 seconds. They're going to be half a second each. Then this is going to be a second. And then I'm going to copy and paste this. I'm going to make that a second, and now I'll copy and paste it. Copy, paste. Come on, Doodly, get that duplicate button. So I'm going to make that into my number. So it's not going to be, I'm not going to say number 5, it's just going to be 5. And this is going to be whatever the thing is. So WBA, whiteboard animator. And that's going to stay within that box. Now I could do this. Tell me if it's better or tell me if it's worse. Number 5. And it, you know what? It just fits in, doesn't it? There we go. So now I'm going to put in a blank one. And I just want to put an X in here so that I can see it. I'm going to make this X massive. Would you believe my monitor's fallen down? Ooh. It's okay, I can keep going. I can keep it up. But I have a monitor light on top of my monitor, and that's what's I'm struggling to, there we are, it's back. I'm so sorry about that. So I'm now going to duplicate this. I'm going to put it this side. And I'm now going to duplicate this. So I wonder if I can duplicate them together. No, I can't. So I just need to duplicate these a couple of times. Let's see, we will duplicate again. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, last round of duplication. And then I'm just going to add in a slide right at the end that says subscribe. Because then I know that's my end, and it just makes my life easier when I'm doing this to see I've got my subscribe there. So now, believe it or not, I have an opinion on whiteboard animators. So number 5, let's go to props. So before this live stream, I uploaded some pictures, and they were up here. So I've just done a video about something called Scribely. Scribely. Here we go. Now, Scribely, you can see my video about it. You can only do one scene in Scribely. That's its real big letdown. So let's make this as big as we can. Number 5, Scribely. And here we've got our picture of Scribely. So again, I don't want that. And you know what? We would probably do a voiceover. So I'm going to do this as a mind map. So I need a line. What is going on there? Oh, fine, that'll do. Right. So it costs £4.80 per calendar month. I think that's expensive. It's cheap, but for what it is, it's expensive. Can only use one scene. That's his big disadvantage. Can only use one scene. I think it's Achilles' heel, really. So you can only use one scene. You know what? Let's put that up there. My monitor again. So I need to tighten my monitor up, but to do that, I need an Allen key, which of course I don't have with me. It's not my monitor, it's my monitor stand. So I'm going to have to move this light on top of the monitor, put my monitor back up, and straight after this live stream I'll be sorting this out. So you can only use one scene. However, oh, these lines are on 3 seconds. Absolutely not. Lines are going to be half a second. It does have some good things, and the good things about it are you get good assets, but you pay your £4.80 per month for that. So let's have a look. Happy with that. So let's just look in the preview. Number 5, Scribely. £4.80 a month. You can only use one scene. Great assets. So we're going to have 3-second pause at the end of the slide, and I'm going to have to add this into every slide now I've thought about it. So we have our title here. Then we go into our slide. Now what I could have done, in fact, I think what I'm going to do actually, I'm going to change my mind, is I'm going to copy I'm going to cut this, get rid of that, yes, and I'm going to paste it here, all of it, and because it's all grouped I'm going to stick it in the middle. That's better. So here I'm changing the scene setting, 3 seconds no, 1 second. Here we're going to have 3 seconds at the end. Okay, so let's just preview this. So this is our intro for each one, Scribely. Now we do each one. Okay, so then we go into the next one. So the next one, number 4. What is number 4? I think it's Doodlemaker. I put Doodlemaker. Doodlemaker. Doodlemaker is a web-based one, but it's cheap. You get pretty good assets, but I found it buggy. So again, I've got a picture. Look at that, I've got a golden doodle. So here's Doodlemaker, here's that logo for Doodlemaker. I uploaded it earlier. Let's put it in the middle. And let's copy some of these things in here. So this is in dollars. Oh, I think it might be $48. And I'm going to word wrap that. Center that. $48 one-time payment. It's web-based, so you can use it on a Chromebook, which is great. And it is buggy. Now I'm just going to stick to 3 for each of these. Clearly there's more I could do, and as I'm doing it as a mind map, I could also do, you know, I could do as much as I want, but I'm not going to. So let's put that one there. Let's put that one there. Here we go. There we go. Scene settings. Oh, 3 at the end, okay. So number 3. What's number 3? Number 3. Again, I've done videos for these. Videoscribe, and I think that's capital S as well. Videoscribe. So why is this number 3? Well, it's number 3 because it's better than 4 and 5, but it's not as good as 2 and 3, and you'll see why in a moment. Here we go, here's Videoscribe. I'm going to put it down here. I might be able to put this in a box, just because of the shape of the thingamajig. That's difficult because they're overlaying. Yeah, I can fit that in the box. 3 seconds? I don't think so. Half a second. 1 second. Videoscribe. Let's go back here. Let's steal our arrows. So why Videoscribe is expensive is I think it's £10 per calendar month. That's quite expensive. And you can buy it outright, but it's sort of £600. That's ridiculous. Who's going to pay that? But it has this excellent zoom and move feature, which I think is, it's the way it moves between assets and slides is the best of all the whiteboard animators. It's better than Doodly. It's this zoom and move looks really good. So it's £10 per month. Zoom and move is excellent, and it's actually made by the same company that make Scribely. So you get excellent assets. I don't think we need to word wrap that. You get excellent assets. So the smaller I make that, the thinner it gets. I don't really like that. That will do. Right. Good. Set this to 3. So what's number 2, you might ask? Number 2 is, wait for it. It's probably one you wouldn't have thought of. And I will do a review of this later. Renderforest. Now Renderforest is under £10 a month, and you get so much more. You get you get so much more than sort of the subscription ones you pay for. So you get things like you can build a website with it, you can do standard videos, you can do listicles, and you can do whiteboard animations and other explainers. So you've got lots of scope, and you can automate it as well. So we saw last week I did that script. You know what, I wish I could crop this in. Anyway, that's another, I'll worry about that later. So you can do scripts and stuff, and you just put your script in and it will make one or make a video automatically from your script. Of course, you'll want to change it as we saw last month, but there we are. Let's go for $8 a month. $8 per month. And this is how we're going to do it. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. So $8 per month. Lots of variety and features. So what's bad about it then? You don't get control. So Doodly, you can see how much control I get. I get loads of control. I can change everything. I can resize everything. Renderforest is very template driven. Everything has to conform to a template. So some people might say, oh, that's good. Now, because these are different lengths, they're different thicknesses, I don't like that. If you're watching Doodly people, Brad or Brian or whatever you're called from Brints, sort this out, please. So number 1 is Doodly. Surprise, surprise. And I know a lot of people hate Doodly. A lot of people say, oh, Doodly's a rip-off. For the price, Doodly is by far the best value. Here we go, 1. Let's put our 3 in here while I think of it. Now, of course, I would voice this over to explain my choices, and I would voice over in a different program. So let's find Doodly. So I've added their own logo, but they might already include their logo. No, they don't. So here's the logo I added earlier. Let's change up and let's put this down here. And let's go back to here. So why is Doodly the best? Well, let's have our 3 reasons why Doodly is the best. So you probably know this because you bought it. I'm doing so much advertising for Doodly. I should be sponsored. One off. It's a payment of $67. There we go. What else with Doodly? Payment of $67. you get good assets. They're not, I don't think they're as good as Videoscribes, interestingly, but they are good assets. So that needs to be smaller. Yep, there we are, good. And the last one, because we're doing 3. Full control. So I think that's it. I think I'm done. And then at the end, I've got to subscribe. So we're going to go and preview it. When I preview it, and you should always preview when you're doing this. When I preview it, I always find, oh, that's not how I want it, or that silly smart erase. So I'm going to turn that smart erase off already. Let's have a look at it, see if it's any good. Should have a zoom there, really. Number 5, Scribely. So you need to imagine I'm voicing over here. Again, I'd have a little bit of a pan or zoom in if I were doing this properly. Were the thing? Hold on. Were the things in the right order there? Oh. So the arrows weren't in the right order. I would go fix that later. Again, this is why you always watch it. Number 3, Videoscribe. Yep, that looks good, doesn't it, in a box? Yep, that's fine. Probably found I've spelt Renderforest wrong. It looks okay. Preview seems to be getting stuck for some reason. It's running quite slow. Don't know why. And subscribe when we're done. So that is how to make a top 5 listicle video in Doodly. Next week in my live stream, I'm going to show you how to do it a bit differently. So I'm going to use green screen techniques, and I'm going to do like the lower thirds in Doodly, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I forgot to say, if you're still here at the end of the video, I'm doing a 30-day challenge where I upload 1 video every day for 30 days. I'm in day 5, I think, so this is my 5th video in a row that's been uploaded and published. Do check out my 30-day challenge. Do have a nice weekend, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.